Hey guys, it's Alicia. Today I thought I would try out a new recipe that I came across on the WW app, and that is for avocado banana bread. That sounded really fascinating, and I have some bananas that I need to use up, and really my favorite way to use up ripe bananas is in banana bread. Even though I have my favorite banana bread recipes, I will link the WW friendly one that I have that is still my favorite up above and down below if you want to check that out. But even though that one is my favorite when it comes to WW banana bread, I like to try out different ones all the time. And so this one sounded really interesting with the fact that it has avocado in it. So I thought I would try it out, take you guys along with me, and see what we think of it. So as far as the ingredients go, I am going to be following them exactly like they have on the WW app, and I will be linking that recipe without any alterations to it. The only thing I'm going to be doing differently is I'm going to be using all-purpose flour instead of white whole wheat flour because I don't have white whole wheat flour. And that's not going to do anything to the points, but I did want to just mention that. That is going to be the only difference in that recipe that I will be linking. So what you're going to need is, first off, you are going to need a half cup of non-fat plain Greek yogurt. If you've been watching me for a while at all, you know I love non-fat plain Greek yogurt and using it in all kinds of recipes. So that was another reason I wanted to try this one. Next up, as I said, I am using all-purpose flour. This is 2 cups. And here I've got a half cup of granulated sugar. You could sub with a calorie-free sweetener if you want to. I have noticed that when it comes to the WW recipes that they have themselves, they don't seem to like to use the calorie-free sweeteners. They tend to kind of use just regular sugar, and that's mostly what I do. I'm not a big fan of the artificial sweeteners. I will use them, but I do try to use granulated sugar. Here I've got a half teaspoon salt, a teaspoon baking soda, and a teaspoon baking powder. And here I've got a ripe avocado, medium size. The recipe calls for 6 ounces. That's just about what that is. I've got 2 eggs. And here I've got 3 bananas. The recipe is calling for 3 small. These are not small, but I'm gonna go ahead and use them anyway. It says 13 ounces unpeeled. Again, that's a little more than that, but that's okay. I wanna use my bananas up. So 3 bananas, and then you're gonna need a little bit of vanilla extract, a teaspoon, I believe. And then finally, you're gonna need a little bit of cooking spray. And that is everything that is gonna be in this. So first off, you wanna get your oven preheating to 325. And then in a large bowl here, I'm gonna take my flour, my sugar, salt, baking soda, and baking powder. And I'm gonna whisk all those together. Now that I've got that all whisked together, I'm gonna set that aside. And then in a medium-sized bowl, you're gonna take your bananas, add them in there. And then you're gonna mash them up real well with a fork. And then once you got those all mashed together, you're gonna add in your eggs, your Greek yogurt, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. I think I said 1 in the ingredients list. And then you're gonna whisk all that in real well, like that. And then in my NutriBullet, I'm gonna add my avocado. The instructions say to use a mini blender. So this is my little mini blender, and it works really well. I love this thing. I got it for smoothies initially, and now I use it for all kinds of things. All right, now that I've got that in there, I'm going to blend it up until it's nice and smooth. And I did have to open this up, knock that back down, kind of like the instructions are saying, so that I can get that blended up a little bit better. And there is what it's looking like. It's pretty well creamed up. So now I'm gonna add this in and then just whisk it into the banana mixture real well. All right, that looks good. So now I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna add it to my flour mixture. And then stir it all together really well. Okay, that is looking good. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my loaf pan here and I'm gonna spray it with a little bit of cooking spray. Now the recipe says to line this with parchment paper. I'm not gonna worry about that because this is a silicone bread pan and it works pretty well as far as releasing the food from it. So I'm gonna just go with the cooking spray. So now I'm gonna pour my batter in. And now that I've got that all in there, I'm gonna go ahead and bake this at 325 for, it says, about an hour and 5 minutes, or until you can insert a toothpick in the center and it comes out clean. So I will be back once this is done. I let this cook for just over an hour, about an hour and a minute. It is looking good. I didn't test it with a toothpick, but just going by what it looks like, I'm thinking it's done. So I'm gonna let this cool for a little bit and then we will slice into it. All right, we let this cool a little bit, probably not as long as we should have, but we never do let things cool as long as we should. So this is, for a 12th, gonna be 5 points for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and just roughly estimate what that would be. Probably about here. I'm gonna cut in here. Take you off the tripod so I can show you inside a little better. So that is what it looks like inside. All right, we're gonna give this a try. My husband's convinced that this is gonna be gross. I don't think so. How's it smell to you? You put a little, can't believe it's not butter spray on there.
So it smells like banana bread.
It does, yeah.
But there's like this tint of unholiness that I can detect.
But you like, well, now you're eating so I won't ask you, but you like avocado, correct?
Yeah, and guacamole.
Let's show that a little closer. Better light up here. There it is, nice and moist. Okay.
So, yeah, it's good.
Is it good?
Of course it is. Now, there's like the other banana bread stuff that you make. Mm-hmm. It's like this sweet
Our favorite.
banana bread.
Yeah.
Right? This is much more savory.
Okay, that's interesting.
Which is fine. Mm-hmm. You got the nice banana flavor, but it's subdued.
Okay.
And there's, like I said, there's a savory element to it, which I assume is the avocado. But if you hadn't told me what that was,
would you have known that there was avocado in there?
Would I be able to identify it as avocado? No. Would I be able to identify it as different than what you traditionally do? Yes.
Okay. Well, so final thoughts. Yay or nay on the avocado banana bread?
Will I ask for this in the future?
Yes.
No.
You'll ask for the other one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it good? Absolutely. It's really good.
Okay. Let me cut a little bit off and I'm gonna try it.
Here.
You gonna do it for me? Yeah, as I said in the beginning of this, we have our favorite WW banana bread recipe. I also have one that is very far from Weight Watcher friendly. That's an old banana bread recipe that's definitely my favorite of all time. But as far as WW goes, the one that I'm going to link up above and down below is currently our favorite. It didn't work very well. I'm going to try a little bite. Say hi, Rocky.
He's like, it's got avocado gross.
See, I really like that. It's good.
Yeah, I said it was good.
I will agree it's not as good as the other one though still, but it's pretty good. All right guys, that is avocado banana bread. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you as always for watching and we'll see you on the next one.